So the next adventure begins. We are a little bit early, so we're in a sort of a holding pattern with CPS parking. We're parked up sort of roughly opposite the ship. Can't see it because it's behind this ugly container. Standard noise from my wife, the excited noise. So this is our third time on the lovely Sky Princess, and we're going north. We're going to see the Norwegian Fjords, and it's one I've always fancied doing, so really looking forward to it. And we've managed to nab an aft cabin, so with the larger balcony right at the back of the ship, and I think on sort of sail away and sail in into the fjords, that'll be great. So it's now 2 minutes to 11. Our official embarkation time is now midday, but it was 11 o'clock earlier in the week, so well, we'll see if they let us on or not, but well, we can sit and grab a coffee or something in the waiting area. And
a margarita.
I'm not in the waiting area, no.
Oh.
And wait our turn and get on board and meet up with the gang from the Facebook group, and we're all meeting in the Wakeview bar, which is also right at the back of the ship. The name's a bit of a clue, really. And we're going to sail away from there. We normally do the sail away in midships, but we're going to try it from the Wakeview bar this time. Southampton today, pretty grey and overcast. Fortunately not raining, but it looks though it might. Drive down was pretty smooth. Stopped off in Salisbury for brekkie and then on our way again. So yeah, we're just killing time really now. So I'll give you an update when we get on board ship. So excuse the background noise, but we're on deck 6 this is the Good Spirits bar. We've just been down to the Wakeview bar and had a couple of cocktails there, and then we went through our muster, the safety bit. So we've done that, and we're good to go now. And this is looking down the atrium. The atrium covers 3 decks, decks 5, 6 and 7. We're on the middle deck, deck 6. And as you can see, amazing chandelier. Lots of banners up, working everybody on board. And with so much background noise, I might end up doing a voiceover, but we'll persevere and try. So I've had a couple of mojitos. I'm going to try something else now. My wife's had 2 of the 24-carat margaritas, and there's now talking about coffee.
And I feel tipsy. I don't serve coffee, so I'm going to have a 007 martini.
So on this deck is the casino, which is just behind Good Spirits bar there, and also the Take 5 Jazz bar, which is one of my favourite haunts. Directly behind is the sort of the camera shop where you can get your photographs and whatever that the official photographers photographers do. And yeah, nice spot this. Plenty going on.
It's going to be cold because they're coming on.
Plenty of people watching. And so we were on pretty early. We were on board by 10 past midday, and having a drink by about 12 minutes past midday, so in that respect, very good. I will have to do a voiceover because I'm going to get a copyright strike for the music, but there you go. Yeah, back to the casino. The casino is not allowed to be open while we're in port, so it's only open while we're sailing. So I'm sure there's a few die-hard gamblers waiting for us to set sail so they can go in there. Similarly with the shops are never open when you're in port. They are, because they're all duty-free shops. Again, they're only open when you're out at sea. Everywhere you go on ship, you get table service, which is really good. And you can obviously go to the bar if you prefer, but you can get some table service. And if you don't catch a waiter's eye, you can just order it via the Medallion app. But I'll do a session on the Medallion app because it's a great piece of technology. Signing off for now, and we'll have a little bit more later. So, sail away. 4:10, Southampton. Saturday the 27th of April. Our first ever wake cabin. A little bit of mizzle. Not too bad. Reasonably warm. The joy of these aft cabins is the size of the balcony. As you can see, it's pretty roomy. It'd be lovely to have one of these couple of sunbeds out here if you're going somewhere warm, but we're going to the Norwegian Fjords, so not that warm. And my lovely wife is just making a coffee. We've unpacked. This is a aft balcony cabin, cabin number
730.
730, and I needed my wife to tell me that because I'm lousy. She's rustling off a coffee because we probably overdid it on the arrival drinks. Hammered the margaritas down. Just unpacked. So yeah, fairly standard. Plenty of hanging space here. The kit and caboodle. Plenty of shelves. Combination safe. Fairly standard bathroom. Shower cubicle. Their own Lotus spa. Shampoos, conditioners, hand wash, etc. So yeah, and that's me. TV on the wall, which we haven't even put on yet. Queen size bed. We've stayed in a balcony cabin before, obviously on the Princess, but it is nice to get that extra balcony space. Purposely booked an aft cabin because we thought the sailing in and out of the fjords with the uninterrupted view from the back will be a bit spectacular, so I'll be filming plenty of that. So, coffee time.
Coffee.
Nearly coffee time. So it's day 2. This is a sea day. We have probably packed the wrong clothes because the sun is actually beating down here, and it's really quite toasty warm out here. So sitting here in black jeans and a black t-shirt, probably not the best idea I ever had, but there you go. Seas are very calm, gentle breeze, as I say, very sunny. Feeling slightly fragile today, might have overdone it on the cocktails last night, but a good night was had by all. We sat in on a couple of quizzes, had a few drinks with a couple of people we know, and had a really good evening, so most enjoyable. Overslept a little bit this morning, but you're on holiday, so you're allowed. There's my wife. As I say, we're sitting out on deck 7. She's just going onto the app to order a couple of coffees to be delivered, which is very nice. I love the technology on this ship, it's really good. And today is formal night, so this evening we're going to get dressed up in our best bib and tuckers, and I'm going to film the captain's champagne waterfall for you, so we'll have a look at that, and then in for a nice dinner in the main dining room. I've had a look at the menu, and it's plenty on there that I like to look of. So yeah, I think a bit of a lazy day today, and see what's might do a bit of retailing this afternoon, have a wander around the shops and see what offers they got on, and a generally lazy day. So that's what being on holiday is all about, and being on a cruise is all about. In the atrium, it's around about 6:15, 6:30. They're setting up, this is like the captain's reception, and they're setting up the giant champagne fountain thing there. He's obviously done it a few times, so he appears to know what he's doing. So we just got down here, formal night. Just ordered a couple of drinks. And there's the gorgeous Helen. Sparkling away. They do this champagne fountain every cruise, second day in typically, but we've never seen it, so we made a conscious effort to get ready early and come out and see what it's all about, and I'll film it for you later. I'd be very nervous doing that, very nervous.
Okay, we're going to kick this off. Let's do a countdown from 5. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So here we are, we're sitting in one of the fjords. This is not a planned visit, we're actually here because there's a storm whipping through the North Sea, so the port we were supposed to be going into was Haugesund or something like that, or Alesund, or well, I can't say it. Nor could the captain, fortunately, but he took the advice of the local pilots and dived into this long fjord and we're making our way up the coast, sort of with inland waterways, which is and avoiding the storm that's out in the North Sea. My wife wants to say something. What does she want to say?
It's lower down there. I think you'll get better filming.
Yeah, all right. So, oh, it's not actually cold, but as you can see, there'll be snow on them there hills. So we've come in from the North Sea that way, and snow on the higher peaks, as you can see. This is deck 17 at the aft end of the ship. That is the wake pool down there. It's clearly not heated, otherwise some brave soul would be in there, I expect. So our cabin is directly below where we're standing. Actually, it's as I say, we're on 17. Our cabin is on deck 9, which is dolphin deck, and we got beautiful views. Sort of we're virtually smack in the middle of the aft end of the ship. Aft end, I said. I might have to do a voiceover here because there's music playing in the background, and you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to get a copyright strike, so I'll be saying all this again, but there you go. So water looks a bit murky, but as you can see, virtually flat as a pancake.
The air is clean.
Yeah, the air is clean. So deck 17 is one of 2 smoking areas on the ship. I'll just pan round so you can see it. It's everyone's huddled up on in short sleeves. I don't think it's that cold actually. So you can grab a coffee, and you get drink service up here too, which is nice. We're making our way to some waterfall which the captain said we will get to around midday. It'll be out to sea from the ship, so I'll endeavour to film that for you guys as well. So we're not exactly charging along, he's just he's really killing time to let the storm blow through really, but yeah, very picturesque all the same. So here we are, another day, another sail away. We're sailing out of Stavanger in Norway. Quite a picturesque little, I think it's a city, I don't know if it's a city or a town, but quite a picturesque place. So I'm just going to sit back and have a cold beer and watch the sail away. Give us a smile, Mrs. Bennett. Thank you.